Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about the domestic violence process. Now, there are two types of processes relating to domestic violence. Number one, the process pertaining to the victim. Number two, the process pertaining to the accused. So let's say you have a situation where you have a husband and wife, and there's a terrible argument, and somebody calls the police, please come, somebody's arrested, a wife is charged with domestic violence. What's going to happen? Well, number one, somebody's going to be removed from the home. If wife is charged with domestic violence, she's probably going to be removed from the home. If she's going to be removed from the home until she gets before a judge and that case continues along its path, the court is likely to order a no contact order, meaning that husband and wife cannot have contact with each other. The idea of that is to protect the victim from further attack by the aggressor. Here's what's interesting about that process. You got to understand one thing. Once you initiate this, it will take weeks for that part of this process to be undone. So if you're okay with a separation of the husband and wife and you don't care and you just want them gone, this is perfect. But I cannot tell you how many times people will say to me, they call up, we had a fight, the police took my husband away, and there's a no contact order, and I don't like this. I want him to come back home. And then you find out he's the only one making any money. He can't give her money to buy food, to run the household, because there's a no contact order. So people don't realize that once you set this in motion, it's not so easy to stop it. You'd have to actually go before the judge. The judge would have to conduct a hearing, however brief, to determine, are you being coerced to ask the court to lift the no contact order. There's another thing going on too. The courts are not interested in being marriage counselors. The courts deal in this context in criminality. So if there's somebody who's committing a crime, the courts get involved. But the court doesn't want to be used as a leverage for your divorce case. The court doesn't want to be the referee in your household. So the moment the court gets the sense that this is not really domestic violence, you just had someone carted off to jail, but now you want them back. You tell the police you're afraid of him, but all of a sudden you're asking the court to send him back to your house. The court's going to lose, it's going to feel that you're losing credibility. The court will lose faith in your arguments once you start doing that. So people have to understand once they set this in motion, it's a little hard to stop it. Another thing that goes on is many times neither party sets it in motion. A neighbor calls. Somebody down the street, it's in an apartment maybe, the next door, somebody in the hallway, across the hallway, here's what sounds like a terrible fight. They call the police. Now look at that situation. That's a situation where neither one of you wanted to get the police involved, and now one of you may be carted off to jail and have to post bond and have a no contact order in place. So the process involving this is very, very complicated from the standpoint that once you start it, it's not that easy to stop it. So you got to realize that. Now, in terms of the process for the accused, this case will go to a criminal court. There will be a criminal pretrial, and hopefully the parties will be able to work out something that gets you back in the house and is preserving of your relationship if that's where the parties want to go. More often than not, that's how we see it. Every now and then we have a situation where it's the fourth or fifth time, and wife just wants the husband gone, or husband just wants the wife gone, or whatever, and then there's nothing to preserve. From the standpoint of the victim, once you call this, like I said, it's hard to stop it, but the prosecuting attorney or the assistant attorney from that city who's with the prosecutor's office, they will essentially be your lawyer, and they will help you process the case along. They will set up all the court proceedings. They will work out a plea arrangement if there's one to be worked out, and if your case has to go to trial, they'll be the ones helping you through trial, and that part of the case, that's financed by the government, so you don't pay for that attorney. Whereas on the defense side, unless he's getting court-appointed counsel, that's a private attorney that the defense would have to hire. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.